And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Inside the Dam podcast. I am Cole Clementich back in the host chair. Big thanks to Howard for stepping in tonight and interviewing. A great talk with Siriana Godinho. We want to apologize in advance for the audio technical difficulties we've been having tonight. Before we get into our third and final guest here, folks, want to remind you about Papa John's, as they are the premier sponsor of the Inside the Dam podcast. Hit them up on their website. Search for any deals they may have going on. Search Papa John's in Minot. They can also be reached at 701-852-7272. That's 852-PAPA to place an order over the phone. With our final guest here tonight as a true freshman running back, he's from Cypress, Texas, and Cypress Woods High School. He was also named to the all-district team as a senior in high school and rushed like crazy against Wayne State College last weekend. Myles West joins us. Myles, thank you for being here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, Myles. So talk about, your start to the season personally, to step in right away as a true freshman. Like, that's not easy to do. Even at D2 college athletics, that's just amazing. But talk through us, your start to the season, how you've been feeling personally and, working with the team as well.
I think the transition from coming from so far away from home has been great. Everybody's been the team has embraced me a lot. It's been a really smooth transition, and as far as like the transition, as far as like the working with the team and stuff like that, it's been really easy. It's been everything kind of been explained to me, and I was able to learn a lot faster with me coming in earlier on this summer, and yeah, everything's been pretty good so far. It's been great.
Oh, that's very good right there, Myles. And, your game this past weekend against Wayne, rushing for 90 yards this past weekend, kind of talk to us about, getting all these touches early and all these, stat lines. You've been putting up some pretty impressive numbers. Who or what do you attribute that to so far this season?
Well, first I just want to thank this current coaching staff for believing in me and taking a chance on me and putting me out there so early. But as far as like what's led up to it, one, I'd like to thank my parents because they were driving me all around town like crazy, getting me to training and getting me to these places. And my trainer, Coach Bo, back in Houston, he's got me through this a lot. And also my uncle, he's been training me for the last year or two, and that's really helped me. He's kind of just been like adding stuff from his game whenever he used to play. And just kind of, I also like to take stuff from different running backs that have played in the past, like Arian Foster, Le'Veon Bell, and just kind of add stuff like that to my game. So
there you go. Like to look up to a few NFL players that have played the game or are currently playing in the game. You mentioned those guys that you like to follow. Do you follow any other teams in particular?
Definitely, I'm a Bills fan.
Buffalo Bills, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Allen and James Cook and Von Miller's my guy, by the way.
Yeah,
so I'm a Broncos fan, but I still love Von Miller to death. So no, that is good. Yeah, Bills are doing some serious damage this season. But moving on here. So obviously, with the new coaching staff coming in, as a true freshman, what's the viewpoint like for an incoming, student to a new university? What's the transition been like for you coming up here to Minot and getting those few first practices in? What was that kind of like for you?
The first practice, it actually went really well for me. I think I did really well. I mean, my first play, I think I scored on actually.
Oh, nice.
In fall camp, it was just a really smooth transition. I kind of knew coming in that I was gonna get some reps straight away because Coach Shields had explained that to me in the recruiting process as well as Coach Pham, and I was kind of expecting it, and I was also preparing for it and training for it in the off season leading up to it. So I was kind of expecting that, but the transition coming in, it was kind of easy. There was a few times where I had to get used to like the speed of the game and stuff like that, especially in the first game. But ever since then, it's been pretty smooth.
Yeah, I see you're getting some love here on the YouTube chat. Thank you guys for tuning in. But, Myles, this triple option scheme kind of fits to your abilities and for working in that running back room. What is it like to work with guys like Evan, and obviously, I mean, Devin Daniels and Jonathan Noriega are listed as receivers. They've been kind of lined up as running backs, and Sam Buchanan's another one. Talk about what it's like working in that room in particular.
Yeah, they've been very, very helpful for me. They've kind of explained if I miss something here, Sam and Evan will kind of pitch in and be like, look for this or look for this, and they've been really really helpful for me. It's been they've helped me read stuff a lot better and kind of helped me with the runs that I've had so far this year too. So.
And you guys facing some early adversity now with Dawson McCleary going down with injury. We wish the best to him in his recovery. But now you guys, moving on this game, although I don't want to speculate too much. Hopefully he is ready to go for next game. But, going ahead to Northern State, what are you guys looking most forward to? Kind of what's kind of the outlook? What are some of the expectations? What do you guys hope to accomplish versus them this weekend?
Well, I mean, really what we've been seeing and what Coach Shields has been preaching to us in the locker room after the games and at practice is we just have to put both sides of the ball together. Some games we've played really well offensively, not so much defensively, and vice versa. So I think this week we will be able to put both of those together and come out with a W.
Oh, that is good. And moving away now from the gridiron, talk about as a new student to Minot State and citizen to the Minot community, I'll first ask this question here. What's been the adjustment like for you going from Texas to a state up north like North Dakota where, brace yourself for the snow?
Yeah. Well, it's I mean, right now, whenever we have, like, hotter days, like, at practice, everyone's like, oh, man, it's so hot. But then, like, it'd only be 81 degrees. In Houston, I'm used to that. But I think it'll be very different in a couple weeks here pretty much. But, I mean, right now, it's not too much of an adjustment. It's been really smooth. Everybody here in the community has been very nice and very open to any questions that I may or may have, which is also really good. That's kind of something I was kind of unsure about, like, what's everybody up there like. But, yeah, everything's been really, really good so far.
No, that is awesome indeed. And now with the adjustment to the community, now let's talk about school, campus, classrooms. What discoveries have you made about Minot State? What do you like so far about the campus?
I like how everything's close together. I don't have to walk very far because from my dorm to my first class, it's like a 2-minute walk. It's everything's so close, and it's not a difficult campus to navigate. So that's been really good. I thought I would be lost like my first day, but everything's been pretty easy. Just especially getting to my classes because all my classes are close to where I'm at, and yeah, that's been real good.
Talk about the facilities. Obviously, the Herb with the beautiful view of the city.
Mm-hmm.
The MSU Dome fits 10,000 people.
Yeah.
Obviously, this upcoming spring, there's going to be state basketball. That's going to be electric. But your thoughts, how have you liked the facilities?
It's been great. They look really, really good. Better than I had originally expected because I didn't really get like a full tour of everything whenever I came for my visit. But as I've been playing and as I've been using the facilities more, I've realized how nice it is. Like a couple days ago, I figured out we had underground tunnels for like certain stuff. I didn't know we had that.
No, it's crazy, and the stuff that Minot State likes to hold on to, and some discoveries that a lot of students make here in their first time. But talk about some of your favorite things to do on campus. First off, have you been to an MSU Life event?
Yeah, I went to the bingo event.
You went to bingo? Awesome, because that is a fan favorite for everyone, for a lot of the students, especially the new ones that come to campus. But talk about, what are some activities, away from the gridiron, any favorite study spots or just anything in general? What do you like to do on campus?
So my favorite thing right now is after practice, I like to stretch in the wrestling room and also go to the academic center to kind of just relax in there because it's a really quiet, peaceful room, like kind of to itself. And another thing that I like to do is I like to play sand volleyball a lot. So that's been really good. I found a new team.
There you go.
Found a team, intramural team that I can join soon. But yeah, those are some things that I like to do. But I mean, pretty much a lot of times taken up by football. But sometimes I like to branch out, hang out with my friends, or play sand volleyball, or do different little stuff. I'm still kind of figuring different little stuff out to do. So.
And that's totally fair. Yeah, for new students like you, yeah, there's still a lot of potential to be had moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
But now moving ahead, talking both in the classroom. Actually, let's talk a little bit about your major. So, have you found one yet? And if so, what's classroom life like for you?
So my major right now is entrepreneurship, and the classes and the professors are really good. My classes, it's definitely a little different than my high school schedule, because where I'm from, you got either 5 or 7 classes, and some days you only got 1 or 2 classes. So it's a little different. I think it's a little easier actually to really focus on what you're learning, instead of having to worry about, oh, I got this class after this or this class after this. Sometimes you got a couple hours break before your next class, or if you don't have any, you have a lot more time to study, in my opinion, to really retain what you're learning. So it's been a lot easier for me.
That's got to be a nice adjustment there. And before we send you off here, any expectations? Obviously, first year on the team at school here at Minot State. What are some personal goals that you would like to accomplish while you're here in your time at Minot State? And also, maybe what would you like to do with your entrepreneurship degree?
Okay. Some of the goals that I have for myself is just to, of course, I want to get to that 1,000-yard mark. Of course, I want to achieve different little records here. I'd like to etch my name in history before I go. One record that I want to get is the single season touchdown record, and also the single season rushing record too. And what I want to do with my degree is to build my own business in training, in football, and in really athletic training in general. So have a separate facility and get football athletes first, then branch out into other sports, maybe even branch out into 7-on-7 and do different little stuff here and there. Probably go to Houston, maybe branch out to bigger areas where football is a huge key, because football is something that I really enjoy doing and enjoy teaching and coaching and just playing in general. So that's definitely something that I want to do, but I also want to understand the business side of it, so that I can go into different areas and different realms, not just be athletic training, but maybe go into some other areas with it as well.
We wish you all the best in those future endeavors, and we are very happy to have you on board here at Minot State and on the football team. Myles, before we send you off here, anything else you'd like to mention to the fans out there?
Just keep supporting the football team. Hope we'll come out with a W for you, and just keep giving us support, and we'll come through on it for sure.
Absolutely, and well said there, Myles. Thank you for being on the Inside the Dam podcast today.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
There you have it, folks. You just heard running back Myles West, true freshman from Cypress, Texas, and upcoming home game for Minot State football. They'll be back October 14th. I believe that is another 1 o'clock kickoff against Concordia St. Paul, the Golden Bears. As for upcoming home games this week, before we send it off here, Gage, I'm going to have you select the MSU volleyball upcoming home game slide. There we go. And with that being said, folks, this week, that's the only game we have going on. So home games on campus. If you're in and around the Minot area or Minot State campus, be sure to go support the ladies on the volleyball team as they host MSU Moorhead. That's going to do it for us here on the Inside the Dam podcast. We want to give one last reminder. Papa John's is the premier sponsor of the Inside the Dam podcast. Hit them up on their website. Search for any deals they may have going on. Search Papa John's in Minot. They can also be reached at 701-852-7272. That's 852-PAPA to place an order over the phone. We thank Admir and the Papa John's crew for supporting the Inside the Dam podcast each and every week. I'm Cole Clementich, along with Howard Wade, and big thanks to Trevin Badger and Gage Yost on the tech side of things tonight. Thank you, boys, for stepping in. that'll do it for us. Thank you for tuning in to watch and for all the support on the chat as always. Have a good rest of your night, guys. Take care. We'll see you all next time.